4 things that are stopping you from getting prosperous and abundant. We all desire money and stable income. We believe we deserve a good life. But subconsciously, there may be certain beliefs, patterns, old conditioning that often comes in the way. That is why most people have the complaint, I'm trying my best, I'm doing so much, but somehow I'm not lucky when it comes to money. This video, let's analyze. Do you have some old limiting beliefs? Do you have some patterns that need to go? Because if you become conscious of these patterns and start working on them powerfully every single day, even for a few minutes, you will see a big difference in your money flow. You see, as a law of attraction and manifestation coach, I can tell you one thing. Money energy opens more easily than any other area in your life. All you need to do is not focus so much on attracting the money, but focus more on allowing the money to come into your life. How do you go from the forcing and pressure stage to receiving mode? That's what we're going to understand today. First of all, a simple exercise everybody can do, and very quickly you can do it with me. When it comes to money, what are some thoughts that immediately come to your mind? If you haven't analyzed this, you should. What is it that comes to your mind? You see, if you see someone with a lot of money, you see someone leading a very good lifestyle, a very luxurious lifestyle, relating to such persons, generally, what are the thoughts that come to your mind? When I ask this question to my workshop participants, most of them will honestly say, they must have not earned this money so honestly. There must be something. They have taken some shortcuts to get this success. Some of them even say, you see, these guys must have not worked for the money. It must be their father's money. It must be their ancestral money. There are so many negative connotations and conditioning attached to money that often we overlook. And then when we want money, we wonder why money is not coming, because I'm trying my best, I have a business, I have a job. Why is it that I'm not getting success? So here's what you should do. Take a pen and paper, and whatever I'm sharing with you, you test it with yourself. Do I have this in me? Can I work on overcoming this? The first most common limiting belief when it comes to money, very common one, everybody should check and work on this, is spending or feeling bad when you spend money. Most of us feel, if I have 1,000 rupees with me and I'm spending 500, I have only 500 remaining, right? So it could be that we feel bad for spending that 500 because now I have only 500 remaining out of the 1,000. But if you understand the psychology of money, if you understand the science of energies, you realize everything in this universe is energy, because everything has an aura. Today you have cameras that capture energy and auras. I can have my aura captured. You can have the aura of this table captured. You can have the aura of the wall, the house, the pen that you use. That means everything is actually energy, but obviously the frequencies are different. That means if I am feeling unwell today, or I am upset and irritated about something, the pen that I use will also have that energy. But tomorrow, if I'm in a good mood, I have sent good energy to this pen. I have by default sent good energy because I'm using the pen. So the energy and the aura of the pen has also gone up. Imagine we interact with so many people every day. How much we must be picking up from others. How much we affect and impact each other. That is why you should always be conscious of what energy you are bringing to your home, your relationships, even your business and your job. So, observe yourself. If you're feeling bad, remind yourself, everything is energy, money is also energy. That means energy has a simple property. It can neither be created nor destroyed. So all that you're spending is not destroyed, not gone, not disappeared. It's going to come back in some form. At the right time, it will come back. The very action of spending money, giving money, sets in motion an act of receiving, because that's how energy works. There can be no vacuum in the universe. Energy that is released must come back in some or the other form. If I feel bad about spending money, I am keeping myself in a vibration of lack. I feel it may not come back, I may not make it, nobody will help me, I am always suffering when it comes to money. So you see, the way you spend the money activates many other negative feelings around money. They keep you stuck. You spend 500 is bound to come back. But if I'm feeling bad, I stop. I block the flow of 500 rupees from coming into my life. All you need to do is be thoughtful of how to spend. Just because money is energy doesn't mean I don't value it and I spend it recklessly. However, if there's something that you feel you want to buy, you want to purchase, and you feel it is going to be good for me, and you have thought about it, you have reflected on it, and you feel good about it, go ahead, but with that feeling that money is going to come back in abundance to me. This simple thought, if you start giving yourself, money comes to me multiplied. Every time I give, I receive more and more. This little thought that money is always coming to me, multiplied in abundance, will change your money energy. Imagine if you're spending on 2 to 3 things every day, whether it's grocery, whether it's something for your home, whether it's clothes, whether it's something for your business, and you keep this attitude, money is always coming to me in abundance. It will change the way you interact with money. It will change the way you connect with money. And trust me, money always likes coming to people who welcome it with a smile. But if you feel bad, you are not giving it good energy. It will not want to come back to you. So then you will notice that you are struggling a lot. You're putting in a lot of effort, but so much is not coming in. Because somewhere I am not blessing the money when it's going out. I am not welcoming it. By spending it with the attitude, money is going to come to me in abundance. So this very thought, this attitude that money is always coming back to me in abundance, even though it is not true. For example, today I don't have enough. Someone may say, I don't have. The fact is I have a loan to repay, I have bills to pay. How should I feel that money is coming to me? Say it. The more you say something, the more it begins to get programmed within you. How did we form our beliefs that money doesn't come to me? Maybe it happened once, you struggled, then it happened second time. Perhaps you've seen your parents struggling. Perhaps we have seen people suffering due to money. We have seen things, we have seen them discussing things, we have picked up energy from other people. Imagine if you keep giving yourself one thought every day, money comes to me in abundance, money comes to me multiplied. Every time I give, I receive. Then you will start noticing this pattern in your life. That every time you are giving, in some or the other way, money is always coming back to you. In fact, a simple exercise I encourage all my students to do is, whatever is not of use to you today in your house, it could be shoes, it could be clothes, and if you give them away without taking anything in return, no money exchange, but you give them away for someone else to use, you notice whenever something goes out of your house, you will end up either buying something new for yourself or somebody will gift you something. And this is for everyone to experiment and see. Every single time that you remove something from your house, something will come back. Why? This is the nature of energy. If it goes out, it must come back by law. So spend money mindfully. Work on improving your feelings when you are spending money. This is the number one blockage with respect to money manifestation and energy. The second very common blockage is that very often when it comes to money, we are not comfortable. Perhaps you don't realize it, but you see, conversations relating to money, thoughts about money don't make you feel very comfortable. Let's take an example. Some of us feel that money is not very spiritual thing. That means, yes, we need it, but you see, it doesn't come under the spiritual stuff that we are inclined towards. For example, asking for money or taking some money for your services, or perhaps even asking someone to repay back your own money makes us feel uncomfortable. It makes us feel, oh, I am not a good person if I'm asking for money. Perhaps we feel that money is not spiritual, and if I want money today, I want a better lifestyle today. On one hand, while I desire the money, I am also blocking the flow of money in my life because I am a spiritual person. But deep down, I feel money is not spiritual. So now there is a conflict. If there is a conflict, the subconscious mind always goes for what is safe. It always goes for what is comfortable. Now, what is comfortable? That I am spiritual, money is not spiritual is a more comfortable thought rather than the fact that I desire money. So you see, your desire will be overshadowed by your comforting thoughts, your repetitive thoughts. You need to remind yourself, everything is energy. Quantum physics can use the word energy. In spirituality, we openly say God. That means everything is God, divine. There is nothing which is not spiritual. What makes you spiritual is how you use the money. Money doesn't make you good or bad. Money only makes you more of what you already are. So imagine if you start affirming that I am using my money to contribute, create, build, heal, support. Then this negative belief that money will not be put to good use, that I will not be a good person if I have more money, that money is not spiritual, will slowly start to come down. So your affirming thought should be, the more I make or the more I receive, the more I give, the more I use the money to support, contribute, build, encourage and heal. When you start affirming this to yourself, that I'm contributing with the money I make, I'm supporting others with the money I make, I am encouraging, building with the money I make, this negative pattern that it's not spiritual will go away. Because what is spirituality? The basis of all of spirituality is contribution, is compassion, is helping, generosity, love. You can do so much more with the money that you receive. So it is not about whether money is spiritual or not. There is nothing which is not spiritual in this world. It is just how you make use of it. So deal with this thought, because this is definitely blocking your money flow if you have this subconscious belief. The third thing, which is very, very important for all of us to check, is, am I thinking of money in terms of pressure, anxiety, stress? You see, a lot of people have a subconscious belief that with more money will come more problems. Perhaps they have seen the lives of rich people and they may have formed a conditioning or a thought that, you see, the richer you are, the more people are jealous of you, the more people will try to bring you down. And believe me, this is a common belief. When I sit down with someone to understand what their blockages are, very often I will see that there is a sense of insecurity, that if I make more money, I will also invite more problems into my life. Check with yourself if you also are thinking in the same lines. Not maybe consciously, but subconsciously, deep down there is a feeling that I'll get into issues with the government, with taxes, with other people. People will try to get, the better of me. They will try to harm me if I have more money. Because we have seen cases of kidnapping. We have seen cases of how people are harming other people for money. So perhaps there is a belief that if I make more money, I will invite these problems. Please remind yourself, problems come to you from your dominant energy. No one is inviting problems consciously. And it's not that money is inviting problems. There are a lot of people who are rich, abundant, and they lead very safe, secure lives. So don't go by a few examples. Perhaps there may be 10 people you know like that. What is important is your destiny is always in your hands. If something is in your past, it will anyways show up. But the way you deal with it always comes from your current thoughts and feelings. So don't think of money in terms of problems. Think of money in terms of security. Think of money in terms of safety. So put positive labels to money. For example, the money I make brings more joy in my life, brings more security and safety, brings more blessings. The moment you start affirming, the money I make brings me more joy and blessings in my life, this negative belief that I will invite problems with money will disappear. It will get weak until it totally goes away. It will get weaker and weaker until it totally disappears. Start affirming, the money I make brings me blessings and joy. The last blockage which I want to take up in this particular video is perhaps something that you may have noticed within yourself, but maybe you haven't given it so much importance. A lot of us subconsciously block the flow of money because we believe it will make us different from the others. That means subconsciously there is a belief that if I make more money, I will lose out on my friends, my family, my connections. There is also another belief attached to this. Will I be able to fit in to this new society and club that I will be a part of? Many of us feel that we are better off in this environment. That even though we have less today, subconsciously we feel we are comfortable in this space. So somewhere more money, a better lifestyle, a better environment is different from your current environment. So there is what we call as resistance pertaining to making more, receiving more, achieving more. Take a simple example. There is someone who always wants to speak in public. The moment the opportunity comes, they start feeling nervous. Sometimes they get so nervous, they will give away that opportunity. They will lose out on that opportunity. Perhaps they will either fall sick or they will just somehow create some excuse that they will not want to go on stage. Why? The fear took over the excitement of actually doing this. They always wanted to speak in public, but they got so fearful, they could not fulfill that task and responsibility. It is the same when it comes to money. Sometimes it is discomfort of being different. You're so used to having only so much, leading such a lifestyle that when you try to take efforts which can take you to the next level, subconscious repels it. It pushes it away because you are very comfortable in your current zone. To go out of the comfort zone, to overcome this problem, start affirming, I deserve all the good things in my life. I deserve to attract abundance and prosperity. With the success and money I make, I build beautiful connections and relationships. When you start affirming these, the conditioning that I will lose out on my connections, I will not fit in into this new society, or perhaps internally that maybe I'm not that deserving to have more, will slowly go away. You see, these affirmations are very simple. And one may think only affirming will increase the flow of money. Yes, because your repetitive thoughts impact your vibration. Your vibration impacts your results. So every time you do anything which is a task relating to your business or a job, remember, it is not just your effort. It is the feeling with which you do something. If I do everything with the feeling, money comes to me multiplied. The moment I start affirming, I deserve to enjoy good things, money is good for me, I build, contribute, and help and support with the money I make. The more money I make, the more I connect beautifully with the world around me. Trust me, your money, energy, and aura will go up. And finally, I would like to say, just as the house has a blueprint, the money you make, the money that stays with you, the money that brings you more money, all depends on your subconscious blueprint, your dominant thoughts and feelings about money. So watch this video not once, over and over again. And like I said, sit with a pen and notepad and try to reflect on which belief is more dominant within you among these 4 that I shared. Start working on overcoming these. Start affirming these statements which I have shared with you. You are sure to experience joy and abundance in your life. Here's wishing you all the very best. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video, then do share it with others, subscribe to this channel, and stay connected with all the tools and techniques I'm sharing.